Hey love, so you are here because you want to feel and look your most radiant self this year and beyond. I am going to be sharing the things that I do daily, weekly, my rituals, my philosophies on how I am choosing to set up the next decade and beyond to live and feel my very best. I am in my mid-30s. I will be turning 35 by the end of this year. So I am noticing that it is taking a lot more effort and focus and driven energy to feel my best and age gracefully and slowly. I don't know about you, but that's how I am feeling the last year. And I really believe that the next decade of 35 to 45 is really the years that we need to set up really fantastic, solid routines, rituals, protocols, whatever you want to call it, to help us age the very best in the later years of our lives and to feel our best in those years of our lives. So your skin is like a billboard to the world. It really shows what you believe in. It shows your diligence, your efforts that you put into your life. And I'm going to be sharing a few of the things that I do quite often to maintain feeling and looking my very best. These aren't going to be overly complicated things. They're just little reminders for you. We are in January, so it's nice to, set some goals and some guidelines for ourselves. Things like weight training, saunas, lymphatic massage, SPF, all good things that help set us up for the long run to having great months and great weeks and great days. So let's get into it. Okay, so we know the foundation of health, youth, feeling good is sleep. Sleep is so important. I read the book a few years ago, Why We Sleep by, I forget the name, but it's called Why We Sleep. Fantastic to really understand what sleep does for us and why it's so important. I listen to so many podcasts and things and everyone says sleep is important. We know sleep is important. So little things that you can optimize your sleep, that would be really great. One thing that I've used for years, and this is not sponsored, they did send it to me years ago, is the Sleep and Glow pillow. And this is for sleeping better, but also a little bit like vanity, wrinkles wise. I've always loved a pillow that supports your neck, that has a higher bit, firmer bit here. I used one from IKEA before, and this one is, I've used it for over a year now, or since whenever they sent it to me. And this also helps prevent sleep wrinkles, which is, we have dynamic wrinkles when we move like this. Those are from movement. And then we have ones that are a bit more going this way on the face that are from sleep and squishing our face. This really does work. It has a cut out here. And so you can sleep on it wrong, like kind of like this. But if you sleep on it right, like this part supports your forehead at the top of your skull. And this part supports the bottom, like your jaw, your chin, the bottom of your head. And then this part is open. And it really does support it. You think, wouldn't it squish? But if you put your head in the right position and the weight, the back of your head is raised here, and this part's cut out, really great because none of this gets squished up. And, we sleep every night. So it's like a lot of time squished up. Great if you have eyelash extensions because they're also not getting in the way and being, ruined faster than necessary. So I highly recommend this. I think I still have a code. I will leave it down below. But yeah, I love this. It's great and it helps me sleep better. Another thing about sleep is constantly waking up and going to bed around the same time within a 30-minute window. Try to keep it around the same time. I know on weekends we want to sleep in. I try my best to still get up at the same time because then when Monday hits, it's not going to be as hard. So that's my philosophy around it. Another one is the Aura Ring. I have the Aura Ring. I've had it for a few years now. I actually got it because of the app that I use for my contraception, Natural Cycles, which is a basal body temperature method. And they talk to each other, those apps, but it does have a lot of sleep data. And some people like that, some people don't, but it is a good one for that. And then another app that I use it's a sleep cycle app, which is it's an alarm system app. Sleep Cycle I've been using it for years as my alarm because I don't like the hard and fast and sharpness of normal alarms on our phones and things. I just think it's like such an cortisol spike in the morning, and it's a bit aggressive. And this one, Sleep Cycle, it actually kind of slowly gets louder and louder. The music, you can change the music. It has a whole lot of data on there. You can change the music and it grows louder slowly. So it just wakes me up a little bit softer and less aggressive, and I've used it for years and I love it. It actually records during the night so you can hear like coughing and noises, and there's a lot of data on there. Yeah, but that's what I've been using. I'll leave it linked down below. No affiliations whatsoever. But those are my little things that I like to do to have good sleep. I also like to sleep in a cold room. I like to have the air conditioning a bit cold. What else? Just sleep is so important. So if you can like research, do some things to really hack your sleep, I highly recommend spending some energy on improving your sleeping life. Right, another thing I do in the morning routines are so important. Like whenever you listen to like founder interviews or, you know, really successful people, they always love to have a great morning routine. It sets you up for the day, sets you up for success, and it's one area I like to optimize. And so I have been doing these lymphatic massages for almost 2 years every morning. I'll put a little video here of me doing it at home. This is like, it's what I do after I've gotten up and I'm making my coffee, boiling the kettle. It's a great way to wake your body up. Like more than coffee even. It just wakes your body up, like the whole body. Physically, you feel awake. It helps like depuff, boost circulation. It just sets you up feeling a lot more like mobile and moving and less like groggy in the morning. It fastens that up a little bit, and I love doing it. It feels good. It's such a great knowledge and resource to be able to wake yourself up, and a little bit of jumping and stuff. It's all about lymphatic drainage, just getting things going a little bit quicker with the blood flow and everything. It just helps deep puff things. I just love my mornings when I have time to do this, and the video is here, and I think I'll leave it linked down below actually, because I think it's a lot longer than what I've just talked. But yeah, try adding this into your mornings for a few days and let me know how it feels. Okay, moving on to like fitness, longevity, it's weight training. Last year, I took weight training so much more seriously, not for aesthetic reasons, but for longevity reasons. And I grew to love it. I grew to find passion and enjoyment out of it. I've always gone to the gym, but I've never like loved going to the gym. But now I could almost say I love going to the gym. My algorithm is now showing me so many workout videos and how to improve my form on lifting. And I'm excited the next day to go and try out these new moves that I've saved on my Instagram. Having more muscle mass, they say, is now the new longevity drug. The new longevity, not new, muscles have been around forever, but changing your body composition and increasing muscle mass is what is going to set us up for better aging in our 70s, 80s, and 90s. Because as we age, our muscle mass decreases so rapidly that if we can build as much as we can now when it's potentially easier to build, then we're just going to have a better amount to lose. You know, we're going to start at a better amount. So these next decade, this like 35 to 45 for me, is creating habits and routines and protocols to set me up for the long run. So I'm trying to build as much muscle as I can, not to look better, but obviously that is a side effect of it, but just to age well. It also helps your metabolism, your bone density. There's so many great things about having more muscles, and I highly recommend having a look at some videos on Instagram and changing your algorithm for the better, and just trying to add more weights and lifting heavier at the gym safely, and maybe get a coach or just try to go in that direction, because it's I think it's going to be a really great decision in the long run. Now, after I do weight training, I do a few days, not every time I do weight training do I go in the sauna, but I do try to go in the sauna at least once a week, if that twice a week. But sauna sessions, I love. They just help reset my day. You feel so great after a sauna session. Really good for detoxing, but I love it for improving my blood flow, especially to the face. I feel like it adds so much to the skin. It helps it get plump, dewy, youthful. It brings the blood to the face, and it adds a great glow, like a glow from within. Yeah, I love sauna sessions. They say regular sauna sessions, so at least once a week, has great reduction of all-cause mortality in men and women, and yeah, there's not a lot to hate about saunas. So I love adding them into my weekly routine. I'm not a huge fan of cold plunges. I know a lot of people love them, but I find it really painful. I mean, everyone finds it painful, but I really don't like them. And I much more prefer a sauna. And yeah, when I'm in the sauna, I do some like facial massages, some stretching, and I love my sauna times. Another one in this topic is fasting. I do have a very soft approach to fasting, so I just have it as a part of my lifestyle now. Just me and my husband have always eaten like this: a late breakfast, early dinner. That way you're shortening the window of your eating time and stretching the window of your non-eating time. So yeah, breakfast around 11 and dinner, finish eating all my food by like 7. So that's just how I naturally live. Obviously, social things come up. Dinners might be later. What can you do? It's also good to be social, but not too often. And, I'm forgiving in those circumstances. But as much as I can, I stick to that. And that's what's worked for me. Fasting is great for so many things. It cleans up the senescent cells in our body. So we have these cells that they die and they're not useful anymore, and they can wreak havoc if we don't get them cleaned up efficiently. And fasting is one way to clean them up. So I like that. It's good to let your digestive system relax and ease a little bit. So there's many benefits to it. Over fasting can also be bad. So, there's a lot of science and research and conversation about fasting, but that's just what works for me. And I feel like it's a very gentle way to do it. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do that for my health and wellness. Okay, moving into the skincare, the beauty aspects of things. I don't have the most insanely strict skincare routine, but I'm very consistent. I'm constantly doing my skincare routine. I never slack. I always do it. I double cleanse, serum, moisturizer, masks. I use the Medicube Booster Pro quite regularly, once a week, twice a week. And then I'm constantly doing my red light masks. These are the two that I have and use quite regularly in my routine. And a few videos back where I spoke about this one in depth, and I spoke about red light therapy in general and how it works on the skin, what it can do for you, why you would want to use it. So I'll leave that linked here as well. A few videos back, recently I did that, and I really find there's a difference in using these regularly. You have to use them regularly. If you're not going to use your devices regularly, don't buy them. But what I've noticed from adding these consistently into my routine is the reduction of inflammation, and my skin is so much stronger and able to handle any aggressors in life, like alcohol, stress, travel, things like this. My skin is calm and strong, and it's the reduction of inflammation. Obviously, over a long time, hopefully it's helping on like wrinkles and collagen and pigmentation. But in the now time, I love the reduction of inflammation and the strength it gives to my skin. So I think I have discount codes for both of those still. So I will leave that linked in the description box as well. Okay, getting serious on SPF. SPF is, I think, why my skin still looks pretty good at the age of 34. You've got to do it every day. It's so beneficial for your skin over the long period of time. Aging, photo-aging happens over years and years and years, decades. If you have a look at the tummy skin or the thigh skin of anybody over 80, it will look so much more plump, youthful, wrinkle-free, pigment-free compared to their hands, their face, and their chest. And that's because those areas haven't seen the sun as much, those areas that are covered. And it's a lifetime of sun exposure is what ages our skin. So staying out of the sun and being really regular with your SPF, your future self will thank you so much. If you are still under the belief that sunscreen is thick, sticky, and just not nice anymore, let me take your hand out from under the rock that you have been living in, because they are elegant now. They are beautiful, they are hydrating, they are lovely, thanks to Japan and Korea. And you need to try the new ones. I like to say there's like two styles. There's like the city SPF and then your activities SPF. So the city ones are designed really beautiful and elegant and wear beautiful under makeup. No problems, clear. These are often the chemical ones. You know, they're designed nicely to wear under makeup and in the day. And then you have the ones you use for the beach, hiking, sports, things like this, where you know you're going to be spending a lot of time in the sun, but not wearing makeup. So these are like the physical tinted ones. These ones, you know, you can save for those times where you really need like super strong protection, but you're probably not going to be wearing makeup. So find ones that you will want to wear every day, because these ones you won't want to wear every day and you just won't wear sunscreen. So you need to have like some options in your arsenal. And we wear sunscreen every day, ending in Y. So every day, just make it a habit and your future self will thank you so much. We get sun exposure other ways through like our scalp, our toes, you know, we're not putting it everywhere. So just protect your face, your ears, your neck, your chest, the tops of your hands, and you'll be so thankful that you did. I'm going to leave a few of my favorite current ones down below in the description box as well, but just work on trying to find your favorite one. And yeah, I promise there's some out there. So that was just a little bit about the things that I do regularly in my routines to set myself up, hopefully, for aging well and gracefully and healthy and feeling my best. I know I've missed some things. There's definitely so many more things that I do that I haven't shared. If you have more things to share that you love to do, that you want to enlighten us with and give us some ideas and inspiration, pop them in the comments. If you have questions, if you want me to expand on any of the things that I do, also leave those in the comments section and consider subscribing to the channel. I have a new video out every single Sunday. And yeah, I'm here to chat with you. And I hope you liked that one. Give it a thumbs up if you watched right to the end. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye.